Okay, I'm ashamed to say this is the third time I've tried this takeoff, because we've got out there quite a strong crosswind, as you can see. Let's zoom in a bit. See? Pretty strong. And yeah, twice I've managed it. So I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to try to do the takeoff. 40 knots on the left rudder. As it speeds up, less rudder. Let's just do it without talking. And still warning, still pulled back way too hard. Gear up, flaps up. 5-6 degrees up, that's okay. And we get to 225 knots according to the book. And we can start a manoeuvre. While we're waiting for that, notice I've also stenciled some landing speeds onto my left panel. Getting sick of these sketchy landings.
007, you are leaving my airspace frequency change.
So I want to try and
Tower 007 frequency change.
do it by the numbers for once. Okay. So good work. 250 knots, we're fine. We can start to manoeuvre. So let's head back to the north. South, rather. This is my problem with looking at Google Maps. They assume north is up, and boy oh boy, it is not. Because we're now heading east. And in my planning, I thought we'd be heading north, but there you go. So we can see that lake. Let's zoom in on it. Yeah. Looks just like the pictures. There's a good picture of the airport. Okay, so let's speed up and follow that lake around. Get down to a lower level. Very flat just here. Oh, look at that. Very rural out there. Quite a big airport. Okay. Let's just check down in the cockpit. Yep, everything looks good. Okay, back to normal view. And wow. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. It looks awesome. OMG. There's a big bridge, a long bridge coming up. The cars on it, very nice. Gorgeous. I can't see any piranhas yet, and I really don't want to. I've seen them on that River Monster series I binged on that a couple of years ago on YouTube. That was pretty scary. Makes you never want to go fishing again. You don't know who's hunting whom. That looks so good. What's that tower over there? So they're a skyscraper or some anomalous building. The road looks so real. So just across the lake there, apparently, I'm pointing, you can't see me, but I'm pointing, is apparently the University of Brazil, which we'll see as we come back out. I think we've reached the end of the lake. Slow down a little. And if we've reached the end of the lake, oh yeah, I thought that was more water, it's trees. Okay, yeah, so we come across here. Watching my airspeed, 250 knots, watch out for my stall indicator. Now somewhere down here, pretty much in front of us, so I'll fly down above the water. Should be the University of Brazil. I think it's either here, or I reckon it's probably about there. Anyway, I'm sure some Brazilians will let me know. Let me know, is that it there? I don't know. Anyway, it looks nice. A couple of nice little Olympic pools. The Lake of Pirhanas. Very nice. Some more high rise over there. I think I might get a butt kicker for this seat. I used to use similar devices years ago. There's that bridge, we're back to that bridge again. Cool, so we're not lost, which is unusual for me. It's a golf course, looks like it. So much to see. Yeah, to get some vibration into the seat. Of course, it will only be linked to sound. Anyway, it's a future project. Get a bit more tactile feedback from the buffeting, you know, that kind of thing. Stall buffets would be good to feel. I'm sure it's all doable. Okie dokie, that's about the end of the lake, I think, coming up. Wow. Yep. Goes into a river, and the airport should be, oh, what do you know? I think, don't tell me for once I've managed to do it. It's right there. Wow. I'm happy, very pleased with myself there. Now we're at 4,000 feet altitude, but I think we started about 3,000. So let me call the tower. Where's the airport? Oh, that's, yeah, they changed the name, but luckily I remember the code.
Tower 007 is 2 miles west with
It's not really 2 miles, though.
007 Tower. Fly left traffic, runway 29 or left. Altimeter tree
29 left. Mike India Golf 1.
Make left traffic runway 29 left
For
007.
some reason my radio call buttons that transmit and pulling up that menu have been starting to interact with the wave my hands around with the view recently, so something to bug fix, but nothing fatal. Okay, let's for once follow my numbers. The downwind 250 knots, yeah, well, you know, more or less. I'm sorry, in the pattern. Downwind we want to get down to 175. Okay. Let's get lined up first. She said left, didn't she? So that's the one nearest us. Check my heading. Yep, that's correct. Okay, so 1500 feet, yeah, more or less. 175 knots. We've got a lot to bleed off. Let's knock it back. Running the numbers here. 250, let's pop the air brake. Although we want to extend a bit, so let's let it bleed off. 230. Do I want that anti-skid on or not? Nope, something I have to read up on. So there's the threshold. Since I'm trying to play by the numbers, let's not rush it. Let's go out a bit further. Enjoy the view.
007 cleared to land runway 29 left. With 071 at 1 flight.
Clear to land runway 29 left 007.
I don't really want to turn yet. Too close. Just give me a moment. Okay, we're on 175 knots. Gear down at 150. Okay. Well, if we're going this slow, I guess where's the runway? Okay. Start turning, and we will slow down. 150, gear down. Gears travelling. Flaps 150, flaps down. Check the speed. Okay, 115 on final. Threshold 110. So let's actually have a close look. But can we see? You probably can't read the numbers. But let's just try it for something different. Lock the view. And zoom in. There you go. Give it a landing cam view. Which is all great, but I can't see the runway now. There it is. It's coming now. Okay, we're at 125. It's a bit of a different view for you and me. So we want 115. It's actually quite hard for me to judge distance with this magnified view. I'm going to zoom out. And that's felt weird. So I need to tap the air brake. Going too fast. 129, 130. I want threshold at 110. We're too fast, but let's get down to 110. Air brake in. Touchdown 95 to 100. It's pretty close. Just arrest the sink rate. Yep, I think we made it. And lots of left rudder required here. Left toe brake should settle us down. There's a lot of pressure on the rudder. Whew. And we're down.
007 exit runway with naval.
Need some fresh air after that. Pop the canopy. Yep, thank you. Whew. Wasn't too bad landing, because I had to jiggerize around with different camera views, but at least the numbers worked. Next
007, turn next taxiway.
time I'll just keep it simple rather than trying to turn it into another production of Ben-Hur. Anyway, not a bad little flight. See you on the next one.